Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. Now today guys, we're going to be taking a look at another stack of Hot Wheels cars from my Hot Wheels box. If you guys remember the last time we did this, I have a box in my office wherever I go out hunting for action figures and Transformers and DC and Marvel figures. Whenever I'm in the stores and I see a couple of Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars or Greenlight or Jada cars that catch my eye, I always pick them up, throw them in this box, and when I got enough of them, I'll do a video on them, and today is that day. So today we're going to be looking at what I like to call the Hollywood series. These are cars that are in popular movies and TV shows. Some of these I actually went hunting down. A lot of them I just got lucky and found that Hot Wheels made them. So guys, today let's go ahead. We're going to go and take a closer look at these vehicles. So let's go ahead, let's crack them off the cards, and let's get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead, let's see what cars we got today going for us. Alright, now as you can see, we got a stack of cars here. We actually got some planes as well. Got a pretty cool stack of cars out of the box today. Very nice looking, some of the cartoon ones, some of the real life ones. So let's go ahead, let's organize this stack and let's check it out. Alright guys, so now we got the cars lined up ready to go. Let's go ahead and let's start with our first vehicle. And this one here is from Despicable Me, and I believe this is called the Groomomobile. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's right here on the back of the card. So guys, you let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. Leave me a comment in the comment section below if I'm getting it right. But this is pretty cool. This is a animation movie. It's really funny, especially the minions in there. And let's go ahead, let's open this up, let's take a look at it. It's very simple. As you see at the bottom and the side here, it's got a little bit of metal, but it's mostly plastic. Now it has a cockpit up top, but you really can't see much in there. The bottom is pretty simple. You got two wheels there, you got a spacer at the back. Nevertheless, still looks pretty cool. Could have used a little bit more detail, but still cool nevertheless. So let's go on, let's move on to the next vehicle here. Alright, now here is a cool car. I'm pretty sure those of you guys who watch a lot of anime or know which car this is. This here is from Initial D. This is really cool. This is a drift car from the show. Really nice looking. Awesome detail on it. Let's go ahead, let's get it out of the car. Let's take a look at this. Very nicely done here. This is the first time I've actually seen Hot Wheels actually do an Initial D car. They've done this model in the past, but never in the Initial D paint scheme, which I think is pretty cool that they actually did that now. But once again, let me get the camera to focus here, so we can get really cool looks at these cars. Once again, very nicely done. The rims, really good on there. Detail all the way around. As you can see here, hopefully my camera will actually pick it up. It's got the little Hot Wheel logo in the corner. Of course, Hot Wheels will add that, but nevertheless, it is still nicely detailed. As you can see here, it's got the European style driver's section. It's got two NOS bottles over there on the passenger side. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I watched Initial D. I'm not really sure if he actually had NOS bottles in there like that. I know it was a delivery car. I'm gonna actually have to go back and watch the show so I can refresh myself on it. But nevertheless, really cool car to actually add to the Hot Wheels collection. Now this one here is from X-Men. I believe this is from the 90s TV version of X-Men. This here is the X-Plane. Now once again, this is really cool. I believe this was mocked up after I think it's the SR-71 Blackbird, and they kind of redid it for the X-Men, which is still really cool. It looks like a really nice piece. So let's go ahead, let's actually get this out. Let's take a look at it real fast. Now what's cool about the Hot Wheels planes is they do come with a stand on them, which is really cool. So let's get all this out of the way. All right, now let's take a look at this plane here. Get the stand on there. The stands are pretty snug. And there you go. Now, it does have a little bit of detail if you can see through the black paint. This is really nice. This is going to look awesome on my shelf as well. X-Men, the 90s cartoon, is one of my favorite cartoons. I grew up watching that X-Men. So to actually have this here is a really cool addition to my Hot Wheels collection. Very nicely done. Let's go ahead and let's put this down. And let's check out the next one. We got quite a few cars here, so let's keep it going and let's check out the next vehicle. All right, now this one here is actually a real car in real life. This here is from NASA. This is the Mars Rover. I believe it's called, I'm not really sure, Premonition or something like that. But it is real. It is actually on Mars right now, roaming around Mars surface, doing all kinds of tests and everything. Really cool that Hot Wheels actually made this right here. When I saw this on the shelf, I knew I actually had to get it. This was so cool. It's kind of a piece of history here to actually have this here. I think it's called the Mars Rover Premonition, something like that. Guys, correct me in the comment section. But once again, really cool. You can see the little NASA logo up front. Now the way those black bars that go across, that's actually supposed to be a suspension for it. Very nicely done. Like I said, when I saw this on the shelf, I actually had to grab one. There was no hesitation. I needed this in my collection. Now hopefully this stuff comes out clear so you can see all the detail on it, because nothing really moves on it, but it's got all the detail, all the arms and experiments and testing equipment that's actually on it, that's doing all that stuff now on Mars surface. Now another one, this is not in our galaxy, but in a galaxy far, far away. This is from the Star Wars universe. This here is the X-34 land speeder. This is Luke Skywalker's land speeder on Tatooine. Very cool that Hot Wheels actually did this one. And I know they did it because they actually did a series of Hot Wheels Star Wars vehicles. They had the mold for this one, which is pretty much the same size, so why not go ahead and make a rolling chassis of it as well too. Very nicely detailed here. Looks really, really good. I like this, and it's gonna make a great addition to my Hot Wheels collection. Very nicely done. Lots of detail to it. So let's go ahead. Let's set this off to the side. Let's keep it going. Oh, I was trying to roll away. Let's keep it going. Grab the next one. Now here we have the Flintstones vehicle. Very nicely done. I'm not sure what's this called. I think it's here on the box somewhere. The Flintmobile. Not really sure if that's the name of it or they just call it that because it's from the Flintstone series. Really cool. So once again, let's go ahead. Let's crack this one open and let's check it out. Alright, there we go. This one looks pretty cool. I actually had another one that's kind of like an orangish color of the wood, but this one here is more the brown color. Very cool. Now the stone wheels don't actually spin. You got rollers underneath there, which is fine. Very nicely done. Now it has a little bump there. It's supposed to signify the steering wheel, but it doesn't really do much to stick it out. I wish they would have actually did that, or not actually give it like a brownish color. I think it was supposed to be wood in the show. I'm not 100% sure. Now, as you can see here, you can actually take this top off, because I do know on the cartoon, I believe they had cars that didn't have the top two. You know, 80s animation, or I think it was even earlier than that. But still, nevertheless, Flintstones Mobile is actually pretty cool. Let's get rid of this trash here. And guys, let's keep it moving. Let's see what we got here. This is cool. This is from the 80s as well. This here is Kit from the TV show Knight Rider, and this is his pursuit mode. I think this is like season 2 or 3 they actually did this, where they try to make Kit a little bit faster and they gave him this pursuit mode. Really cool, really nicely done. Let's get it out the package and let's take a look at it. Let's get it out of there. Now this looks really cool, and I actually like that they did most of the windows clear, so you can actually see the interior of this car, because this is one of those cars you actually do want to see the interior of. So you can see the steering wheel there, the Knight Rider steering wheel, the way the dashboard is. Really cool, and it's actually got the rims correct on here. Not just any regular Hot Wheels rims, these are actually the Knight Rider rims. As you can see back here, the detail for the booster pack that comes out here. When it hits pursuit mode, you got the license plate. Very nice. This is really cool. I actually like this car a lot. Once again, nice view inside there. As you can see, got lots of detail all the way around. This one here, if you're a Hot Wheels collector, you definitely got to add this one to your collection. Here's a clear shot of the interior there for you guys. If you want to pause and take a closer look at it. Once again, it is very nice for the Knight Rider collector or the average Hot Wheels collector. But guys, let's go ahead and let's move on to the next vehicle, because we still got quite a few vehicles to go with. Let's get the trash out of here. Let's move on. Next car we got. Now this one is actually pretty cool. This here is the Hudson Hornet. Now I tried to see if there was any information on this being an actual car that existed in real life, but I do know this Hudson Hornet, there was a character in the Cars series. I believe he was the mayor of Radiator Springs. He was the Hudson Hornet in the movie. Now I don't know if they just made this like a real version of it or how Hot Wheels did it, but this is really cool to actually have, to get one of the Cars vehicles in a real life portrayal. Now I'm wondering if Hot Wheels did this with all the other characters from the Cars movies. If they did, I would like to get my hands on those. I think those would be pretty cool to own as well. But as you can see here, very, very nicely done. It's got the red rim there. As you can see here, the red ring on the rims. Very nice detail on it. Looks really cool. Now, if this is something that Hot Wheels mocked up, they did an excellent job, because, like I said, looking at it, you would think it was a real race car from back in the day. It is really cool. When I saw this on the shelf, once again, I just had to have this collection to my collection. I knew this would be an excellent addition there. But guys, once again, let's keep it going. Now the next car here. Now this one I'm not too familiar with. This is a concept car of Kit from, I guess, a different show, Knight Rider, because Knight Rider did have a couple of shows. I think they had one where he was a Mustang. They had a Team Knight Rider where they had a crew of them. Not really sure where this one fit in, but it is a concept for Kit. Now this is something I noticed in the outside of the plastic. We'll take a closer look now that I'm opening it. Now this says it's a Kit concept car, but if you look here on the hood, it actually says Car. Now if anybody familiar with the Knight Rider show knows that Car was the evil version of Kit. So I didn't notice that right off the bat, because I thought it said Kit in the box, but when I took it out of the box, that's when I noticed it said Car. Once again, it's still cool to have. I don't know if that's a misprint on the Hot Wheels department, or maybe that's the photo they got with it of Car. They were told it was Kit, but Kit and Car are pretty much the same. The only difference is the color schemes on them. Kit's all black, Car is gray and black. But once again, this is very nicely done. Looks really cool. All the information on the vehicle down there. Very nice, awesome looking. But let's keep it going. Let's see what we got next. All right, guys. Now this one here is from the Peanut Gallery. This is Snoopy on his doghouse hot rod. Once again, this is something that Hot Wheels doesn't put out a lot. So when I saw it, I knew I actually had to get one for myself. So let's go ahead and let's check this one out here. I don't know, the Peanuts haven't been really popular lately, but they are classic. As you can see here, it's got a plastic bottom, but it's got metal all the way to the doghouse. The engine's metal. Now Snoopy up top is plastic. He's done okay. Not a lot of detail to him, but then again, he wasn't a fully detailed or detailed out character in any way, shape, or form. But it still looks cool to actually have him up there with his ears flopping in the rear, like as if he's going down the strip really fast. Something that they don't put out all the time, so I knew I just had to get my hands on one. Now this one, I was surprised they even had it out. I've heard of this one, seen it on the internet, but I was so lucky to find this one at a dollar store. It must have got lost in the back. A stack of cars must have got lost in the back. And when they put them out, I just happened to get lucky and find myself with a Jetsons bubble car. This thing is cool. I believe this came out in 2013. This looks awesome. Now you can see here, nice detail to the top. There's really not much to it. Now the side there, I wish they would have actually cut that out to actually give that more depth, or actually put it black or something in there. I might go ahead and do something like that so you can actually see those wings at the bottom, because kind of right now they kind of just look like fenders on a regular car. But if you give it some more detail down there for that to actually, so you can see it's like the wing with the transparent tires, it would make it so much better. I'll probably do something like that, but once again, really nicely done, cool looking. This is awesome looking. Now this right here, this is an old model. This is from Disney, the Steamboat, from, I think it's one of Mickey Mouse's first appearances in a Disney cartoon. This is the Disney Steamboat, done up in the black and white, because that's what the cartoons were back then. Once again, really cool. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's get it out now. Very simple design. It actually has like a wheel in the middle that actually controls the riverboat paddles on either side. It only has that one wheel, but basic design. But then again, it was a basic drawing for a cartoon. So far, so long ago. Still cool to actually have. Even though Disney is in a lot of hot water right now with Florida, this is something that hopefully will increase in value as time goes on, once Disney settles all those disputes. Now let's get this trash out. We got, I think, 3 more cars left. Let's check it out. And of course, we got here a Mario Kart. Now this is actually pretty cool to actually have since the new Mario movie came out. And guys, if you haven't seen it, I do recommend go checking it out. It is a really good movie. Nothing like any of the other Mario movies in the past, or maybe the shows. This is a really cool movie. They did a really good job with it. And here's one of the Mario Karts. This is pretty much all metal here. Sculpted pretty good. Very nicely done. I like it. It's got some weight to it. And once again, this one will make an excellent addition to my Hollywood series of vehicles. Now this one here, I haven't seen a vehicle like this in a long time. This here, it's called a Volkswagen Beetle, but if anybody who watches movies as much as I do knows, this is Herbie the Love Bug. Now this is actually really cool to have. I can't remember where I got this one at. I know someplace like Five and Below, or the Dollar Tree, or the 99-cent store. I think I went through and picked this one up. It wasn't in like Walmart or anything. I just found this one of those little obscure stores. Now this is really cool to actually have. It's really nicely done. Once again, like always with Hot Wheels, it's got plenty of detail to it. Now I know they redid the movie, the Herbie the Love Bug movie, and I'm not sure if this is from that or depicting the original one. But nevertheless, it's still a Herbie the Love Bug Hot Wheels car. So it's gonna be a nice addition to my collection here. As you can see here, it's got a little bit of smudging around the paint job. Not too noticeable, as being these cars are 1/64 scale. So it's not like something you're gonna pick up really hard, but Hot Wheels does make a good effort not to mess up on the paint jobs. Now we're going down to the last vehicle that I'm pulling out of the box today, and this here is from the Buzz Lightyear movie. Now this is called the Armadillo. Now guys, to be honest, I have yet to see the Buzz Lightyear movie. I'm actually gonna have to check it out and see what it is all about. But this is a vehicle from it. I believe this is a space vehicle, being that Buzz Lightyear is more than likely a space movie. Let's go ahead and let's get it out. Now this is a very unique design space vehicle as opposed to a lot of other space vehicles that we get from other sci-fi shows and sci-fi movies. This one is kind of weird, but then again, it's Pixar. But it has a unique design, which I think will look really cool and really stick out on the shelf for somebody who watches Buzz Lightyear. They'll actually pick on that. Well, guys, those are the cars we got to now from the box this time. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at them as we sign off from this video today. Alright guys, so once again we come to yet another end of another episode of Toy Collector Review. Guys, I can't make a decision for you guys on any of these Hot Wheel vehicles. We saw quite a few today. I believe they're all worth collecting. I've seen Hot Wheel cars go online for anywhere from $1 to about $50 to $100. These things are highly collectible. There is a large community that goes after these things. I have tons of Hot Wheels. Some of them I never plan on taking out of the package. Some of them I buy double so I can take out of the package, and some of them I buy them just for the sole purpose of taking them out of the package. But we'll get into those as time goes on, because like I said, I got tons and tons of Hot Wheels, Matchbox, green lights, all different types of cars. We'll get into that another day. But guys, these are really cool. Like, I know most of the cars I have gone from time to time and checked them up on eBay to see what some of my Hot Wheel cars are, and I'll just take a random sleeve from the wall and check it periodically. And almost every one of these cars I could probably cash in on eBay for about $10 or more. Some of them probably even more than that, but I don't plan on doing that. These are really cool, and I know some of these are probably going to be worth even more, even further down the line. But that's just me, guys. I'm not telling you what to collect, how to collect. This is just my opinion. It's your collection. You collect what you see fit. But guys, once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, don't forget to smash that like button, as it does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. And once again, for those of you guys who are watching this on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. It does help. Well guys, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.